It felt good. You know, a lot of hard work in the summer and just long days just paid off finally, and it felt really good. And I was happy I can go out there and help my team get a W.
So I think Coach Scott and Coach Sweeney said 2 weeks ago they would have thought it'd be October, and
Mhm.
that you were like, "I'm going to prove you wrong." What were they missing that you were seeing?
I don't think a lot of people like understands my mindset, and I feel like I have a different mindset than a lot of people out there, and that I won't let anybody outwork me. So I put in the extra work every single day to get back, and that's what I did all through the summer. I did treatment and rehab twice a day, and that's not normal. But I pushed through, and I just wanted to get back as earlier than people said I would be back. So I just wanted to do anything that I could in order to do that. So it paid off. So.
Was that how you felt, like back right after the operation? I'm sure your leg is covered up in bandages and protective stuff, and you can
Yeah.
barely move,
Mhm.
and you still felt, hey, when that season starts, I'm gonna be as close to ready as I can be.
Yeah, I remember telling my mom and my dad like right after surgery, I was like, I gotta be back to A&M game. Like that's my goal. I gotta be back that game because I knew this probably be like one of the biggest games of the season. So I wanted to be back and able to help my team in that game. So that's really what was in the back of my mind throughout the whole process is that I want to be back as early as possible.
What did they say? Did they say calm down, let's relax a little bit, or did they say, okay, if you believe
Uh,
you can do it, go do it?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
They didn't want me to push through and then come back and get hurt. Like a lot of people were saying, like don't push through, don't rush back. But they also know like how I'm wired and my work ethic, so they know that I could do it. But also, as parents, they were worried too. But it happened, and I didn't get hurt again, so
I was
it's
gonna say,
cool.
were there any setbacks, personal setbacks, when you're trying to push it maybe a little too much, where it maybe swelled up or
Mhm.
something hurt and you had to pull back, or was it good to go from the start?
Oh, it was good to go. I wanted to keep pushing it and keep going, but Danny, he helped me back a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's his job,
Yeah.
and he knows what he's doing. I trusted him throughout the process, and I thank him for that. We're here now, so it's a blessing. So thankful.
How many texts did you have to send Dabo to assure him that you were good?
Oh, I just sent him one. It was on Thursday night. I just sent him. I said, Coach, I promise you I'm ready. You can trust me, and I'm gonna go out there and give him my all for the team. So he trusted me, and I told him thank you for believing me after the game. So it was awesome that he did that for me.
When did you come to that actual realization? When was it, you woke up one morning, what day was it you said, I'm there, I feel it?
Probably Thursday, because Tuesday and Wednesday is our padded practices. So those 2 days were the days that I wanted to go out there and see what I could actually do. I did everything, one-on-ones, team pass, and all that, and I did pretty well, and it felt good. So on Thursday morning after them 2 days, I wasn't really hurting. I was sore because I hadn't practiced in a while, but that's part of it. But my knee was fine, so I knew I was ready.
Was it good for you to get tackled early in the game? I guess it was like you got twisted a little bit too. Did that kind of
Yeah.
give you some confidence?
Yeah, it was good. It was actually funny because they took me out after that play, and everybody was like, "Are you straight? Are you straight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good." Everybody thought that I had got hurt or something like that because it was a kind of weird looking tackle, but it felt good to get tackled. Now after that, I felt like I was really good to go.
Did you play without a brace?
No, I gotta wear a
Yeah.
brace. Yeah, I probably wear a brace all year.
How was it?
Personally, I don't like the brace, but it's part of the process. I gotta wear it. It's gonna protect me, so that's what I think of it as.
What does it feel like to come down the hill?
I felt good. I always loved coming down the hill, but I was super careful this time. But it felt good being back down there, running down the team with my team.
Different route, different path.
Yeah, I definitely went slower than I usually do, but it was good.
What's the key? I mean, I know hard work and stuff, but what's the key to coming back from that injury so quickly? For a lot of people, it takes a lot longer.
I think it's mindset. It's your mindset. Like it was so many days where I was like, dang, like I don't want to go to rehab. Like I don't want to do this, but I still thought about what I wanted at the end of it, and I just pushed through and kept going every single day. And a lot of people, like you said, like they'll get injured, it bring them down, and they'll think about like how bad it is now, but the good ones they think about the future and how it's gonna impact the future and how it's gonna better them. And that's what I did. I just thought about how much it's gonna help me in the future, and I just helped that motivated me.
Did you lean on any people to
Um, I
or
did.
find any other people that had gone through it? I guess.
Yeah, I did. I reached out. It's a lot of friends of mine throughout the recruiting process that I met that went through the same injury, and they told me that same thing. Just mindset. It's all about how you attack it with your mind. And if you let it defeat you, then it's not gonna be good for you. So that's the only thing that I really focused on.
Anybody in particular?
Shoot, who was it? I did talk to him once. He sent me a text message to say it's gonna be all right and that I'm gonna come back stronger and better than before. So that really stuck with me throughout the process because I knew he had to. So and you see where he's at now. So that really motivated me. And it was a lot of people that reached out as soon as it happened, and that really stuck with me too because it showed how many people actually cares about me and stuff like that. So that really motivated me to get back to make them proud and prove them right. So.
Any apprehension at all once the game starts? Absolutely everything that you've always done, or anything in the back of your mind where you're just a little bit not sure that this will really go?
Nah, that's one thing you can't do. You can't really go out there and think like you're going to get hurt again and that you can't do something because that's really how you get hurt again. So that's really one thing that I was pushing myself to do in practice is just play and try to get back to where I was before the injury. Because if you think about the knee and you think about, oh, I can't make this cut, I can't make that cut, then that's how you're going to get re-injured or hurt the other knee. So that's one thing that I push myself to do is to not think about and just go out there and play.
Did you ever worry about, I mean, when you're lying there and you know something's wrong when it first happens, did you ever think, oh my gosh, my future's gone, or it's going to be, did you ever allow yourself to go there, or did you push that out?
Definitely. I definitely pushed it out. That's one thing. You just got to stay positive. Like I said earlier, keeping that positive mindset would take you so far in football and even in life. So that's one thing that I had to do. When it happened, it sucked. And it was in the spring, and Coach Sweeney did a good job of keeping me motivated. He said Chad Kelly came back in 4 months, and it was a tight end or something that did the same thing. So he told me that right after it happened, and that immediately brought me up because I thought it was going to be like 8 months or something like that. But when I heard that, I was like, oh, if they can do it, I definitely can do it with the work ethic that I have. So I definitely just kept that positive mindset.
Right, football shape-wise, how far do you feel like you are from being 100%?
Shoot, in practice. I was definitely nowhere near. On Tuesday, I definitely was hurting. After practice, I laid on the floor for like 5 minutes. I was like, golly, it felt like this is my first practice ever. But it's part of it, and I feel like the Tuesday practice really got me ready for the game on Saturday because I feel like if I didn't practice Tuesday, then I definitely wouldn't have been ready. But that's part of the getting back in shape process, and this week is going to help also. Just getting back in game ready shape. So, yeah.
It's been a rough start for Tennessee, but how nice has it been for you just to have your dad so close by now?
It feels great. Like it's been a tough start, but I've talked to him about it, and it's just one of those things where it's tough right now, but they're going to get better throughout the season. It's just one of those things where you just have to keep improving week by week, and hopefully it works for the best.
You only had a couple of coaches the last time you went up to Syracuse. What do you remember about that night, the disappointment the most?
What I remember is that they had an awesome environment. It was really better than we expected it was going to be, and I know Saturday is definitely going to be better too. Cause isn't it a night? Is it a night game? It is. So yeah, definitely it's going to be rocking up there. And I remember they just gave it all they got. They gave us everything they had and threw it all at us. And that's what every team does. I know they're going to play. They always play as well every single year. So I know they're going to bring everything they got, and we just got to be prepared for it. And I feel like if we just prepare like we do every single week, I feel like we should play a good game.
Amari, you're out there with a bunch of the new guys. Can you give us your assessment of some of the new guys in Ghana, Ladson, and what they've brought to the table since they've come to the team?
They've done pretty well. Ngata kickoff return. He's been doing great at that so far, giving us good field position. And then Frank, whenever he gets in, he's making a big play. I was hoping he would have caught that touchdown in the game. After the game, I was giving him some crap about it because we had that relationship, though. I was messing with him about it. But, he's definitely going to bounce back. He's going to make a lot of plays for us, him and Joseph. And even on the other side of the ball, Tyler Davis, he's been one of the most impressive coming out and starting from day one. So he's going to be a monster for us. He's very mature, and he prepares like a pro. So.
Gabo mentioned that you think we'll probably put you guys back at the punt return. You're getting some punt return this week. What's it like, being a punt return specialist in a place like the Dome with that ceiling and everything?
Shoot, I didn't do it the first time we were there, so I didn't do it in New Orleans either. So it's going to be something different. But you know, I know I'm gonna prepare, and it's just about having that mindset of just catching the ball. That's really what it comes down to, is possessing the ball. So if you just have little eyes to the ball, like Coach Sweeney says all the time, then you should be fine.
How much did you work with DK in the spring and August on punt returns? Just kind of some of the things that you know about technique and
I just told him every now and then, just reminding him about how technique is important with punt return, getting behind the ball, getting underneath, staying square. And you know, he knows he's very mature, and he's very athletic too. So like, even if the ball touches his hands, then he's gonna make a play with it if he has space. So I know he can do that. But just being that leader there, I know it can be, and just keeping him motivated, you know. And he also plays defense, so sometimes he's gonna be tired, and he's going back there and catching punts, just keeping him, making sure that he's always focused on catching the ball, because you know that's the first play of offense. So just he knows what to do. So I don't really have to tell him that much. So it's a good thing.
Dabo said you played 34 plays. Were you expecting to play that many, or do you think they were going to ease you back a little bit?
I really went into it with an open mind. I didn't know how many plays I was gonna play, but I knew I was prepared for whatever they threw at me. So that's really how I came into the game, just being ready.